My name is Tony Morales. I'm the host of their radio. We're here at Research Vintage, here in the city of Downey. Thank you so much to Nick and the team at Research for letting us the space and letting us interview some legendary people here. Today we have, man, the one and only DJ Chihuahua, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. Hey, man, welcome to LA. You say you've been here a few times, but what are some memories you have of LA?
My biggest one is last year, grand performances.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's the biggest one.
I missed it. I remember Ganas reached out to me. He was like, yo, like, come through.
Yeah.
But I was in the Bay for work that day. Man. That day I was in the Bay. It's like Turbo and I switched spots that day. Mm-hmm. But how was that? How was performing at grand performances last year?
It was big. It was big for me. It was like, a nice little, it was just like, it was nice to get recognized. For a lot of the things that I've been doing, and I was super grateful for Gary and Shandao for extending that invite.
Yeah. Were they one of the first people to really recognize your work here in LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple. Also like I remember way back Space Primo. I remember he had DM'd me. This is before my Instagram was like a little. I had like one post. I wasn't DJing. I didn't start DJing again at that point. But he reached out and he told me he was from out here. And then eventually I realized, well, I saw that he was also connected to Kumbia Net and all that. But also he was one of the people from out here.
You said
my stuff.
So there was a hiatus in there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. What I want to start from the beginning, but I want to talk about this before we go any further. What caused that hiatus? And what was the hiatus from what year to what year?
Yeah, it was between like 2013-ish to around 20... I started playing again in New York, like around... I played in like 2018, 2019, like 2-3 gigs. And I was like, I'm not doing this. And then just stopped again.
What about it? What happened?
Well, one, I was going through like some personal stuff, and then also I was just kind of like I wanted to go back to school and get my degree, and then also I was kind of a little I was just not really encouraged by what was going on in the Sonidero scene out in New York at that point.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Is it because they're very like closed off?
Yeah. It's like a bubble.
Yeah.
It's very closed off, and one thing is like I don't know. I'm not like a traditional sonidero, so I don't like even my Spanish is not even good. I don't no animo, none of that stuff. Yeah. And I just kind of like mixed straight through. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to do that out there in baile sonideros, but it just wasn't connecting because out there you have to MC. You gotta set yourself apart from everybody like that.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't working. And now it's just like come out. And then also the promoting out there is a little sketchy sometimes. So I kind of was just like I don't think I want to be a part of this right now at this point. So I just backed away and just focused on going back to school, getting my degree, and that was that.
So the person who brought you back out was it Sonidera Blues and Hello Tones or
no
before that?
No, it was before that. It was my boy Ivan Cantor, Shadow Records.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shout out Ivan. He's also from my town in Chinatla. So I saw that he did an event out here in California, and then also in New York. I saw he had just came back from Mexico, so we reconnected. And we're friends, and so like we had the last time I saw him, I was in Chinatla, which was the last time I went to Mexico. And we were supposed to do something, but that never happened.
Okay.
But then he came back from Mexico. He went to New York, and he reached out, and he told me these ideas that he had to do events, or to do music. And then I was actually apprehensive about it. I didn't want to do it.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
I was apprehensive. I was like, I don't think I want to do it because I had kind of bad experiences with promoters in New York. But he really he went out of his way to make sure I'd be good with the promoters, with who he was going to work with out there.
Got it.
And he kind of like courted me for like 3 weeks a month. Like he took me out to eat and drink. And eventually I was like, all right, bro, let's do it. Like, let's play again. So we did the event, and it was good. It was good. I think I have the post, but like I played, and everyone had their like phone out. You know how like when people go to, I wasn't even MCing, but people took out their phones and were recording me, and I was like, all right, well this is fun. Like it's fun, but it still kind of was like it wasn't any different from what was before, but I still had that, like, I got that rush of playing live again, and I enjoyed it.
That's tight.
But yeah, I would say, he definitely one of the people who definitely encouraged me to come back.
To back out. Yeah.
But
what event was that? Sorry.
It was in Coney Island. He did it for this promotion, and it went well. It went well, but like I said, it wasn't any different. Like, he had a vision for it. But it wasn't, at that point, it wasn't like I didn't see any difference from what I thought it should go into.
Okay.
But I was still super happy and grateful that I got the invite from him.
Yeah.
And I got to play again, and he made sure the promoters took care of me, and he really looked out. He vouched for me.
Yeah.
At that point, he was like, because I don't even, like I said, I don't even talk Spanish well. So like I didn't even know how to like negotiate at that point with like promoters, and he really went out of his way to make sure I was good. So I'm always, that's my boy. So I'm super grateful for that. But at that exact moment, that's when I saw Tony's work. And I got tagged in a post by Steven where Tony was playing, and that's where eventually me and Tony started connecting.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, before we get into more of that, I want to start from the beginning. You're mentioning you're from Chinatla. Your family's from Chinatla, or you're also from Chinatla?
Yeah. So my dad is from Chinatla. He's he was born out there. He's from La Sección Primera de Chinatla.
Yeah.
And my mom is from Puebla.
Okay, sick.
La Ciudad de Puebla.
And for those who don't know, like, what could you tell us about Chinatla? Like, what's the Puebla? Like, what's the Cumbia history when it comes to Chinatla?
I mean, they've had their grupos. Like, they have a grupo, I think, Grupo Mandato from there. It's more norteña though.
Okay.
But also they have, to be honest, like Los Daddies are from there.
Yeah.
Ivan Shadow Records, he's from there. I know the Chucho Ponce's family. They have a history of like they're musicians. I think they might be related to Grupo Mandato too, but they have a long history of just playing music live. Yeah. But there's a lot of and there's a lot of sonidos from out there as well in New York, like local sonideros.
Oh wow.
And also sonideros out there too.
Okay.
So there's a long history of. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is out there, the water in Chinatla.
I was talking to Space Primo on the last interview. He was telling me how, like, specific neighborhoods and specific like that migrate to the US, like it's like the whole community comes and migrates to that specific place. Yeah. So when I think of, like, even when we're thinking here, like in LA, like my family's from Puebla. They're from Tepaclasco, Magdalena.
Where is that close by?
Tepaclasco, I would say it's close to, it's maybe like 2 hours away from the city. It's kind of rural.
Chinatla.
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours away also.
Yeah. It's also very well, my dad, I think his generation is kind of like that generation that broke away from like its indigenous roots, because that like they all spoke like Nahuatl, yeah. So then it's kind of like they broke apart. But when we come to LA, like a lot of like even my cousins and uncles, like they're from that area. We all come here different parts of LA. So I'm thinking the same thing happened in New York.
Yeah.
Like
I was gonna ask, there's a lot of Polanos out here. I haven't met a lot of Polanos out here.
Yeah. I mean, we're here.
We're
Poblano podcast, but you know what? Even growing up, there's Poblanos, but it's circles, man. It's the same thing. I feel like in every part of the U.S. Like the Poblanos kick it with the Poblanos. The ones from Jalisco are with the Jalisco. There's a lot of people from Jalisco. I will say that. Yeah. So it was cool when I saw you, Sonidera Blues, and Hello Tones in Puebla and putting it into like, what the fuck? Like, we're pushing Puebla's pushing the boundaries out here. But okay, so I want to keep going about so your family's from Chinatla. What could you tell us about Sonido Carisma?
Oh shit. That's my uncle, Tony Nettie. His mom is my grandpa's sister. That's my uncle. He's been a sonidero for a long time, but before that he was like playing club music.
Oh, what?
But then he started, I think it goes, he was playing club music, but then he went into to cumbia. But he is, yeah. I mean, he's been playing for a long time. He's not playing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, at the time when I got into cumbia, I remember going to his place, and he gave me a bunch of CDs, like guacharacas. He was telling me about grupos. A lot of the stuff that I play now is informed by a lot of the stuff that he put me on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, he that's my uncle, dude. Like I you know, I've been thinking about him too, because I want to call him so I can get more music. I never thought that I would be doing what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I knew at the time when like he was playing when I was younger, I would have asked more questions. But he still put me on a lot of stuff.
I feel that.
I like helped him like 1 or 2 parties, like, you know, like carrying as a chalan and all that. But it was like 1 or 2. But yeah, that's my uncle, man. And I mean, now, like, the things that we're doing now, the way that he was playing before, the music that he knows, like the artists, all the grupos, and also the club stuff that he was playing, like the house music stuff that he was playing. I wasn't thinking of it at the time, like that, how that influence would like kind of translate over to like what the stuff I'm doing like is now. But nah, man, that's my uncle, man. I'm so grateful. He's put me on a lot of grupos that I play now, and he's, you know, he's seen a lot of the stuff that I've done now, and I hope he's like proud.
Hell yeah.
Because like we talk about all the time, like in some of my mixes, one of my main grupos that I learned from him was Grupo Emperador, and I would have never known about them at the time if it wasn't for him, because this is like before. Like I think this was like before YouTube. I don't know when did YouTube start? Like
probably like 2004, maybe. I don't know. We'll look it up.
Yeah,
but
but like he was like putting me on like at that. I was a small ass kid. A young kid. So yeah, like, if it wasn't for that knowledge that he had, I probably would have not like expanded like all my horizons. I mean, look, like he put me on like Tenkandame de Oro. I don't know if you heard of that. It's like a compilation of like a whole bunch of cumbias. Some of the most famous like songs are from there, like Cumbia de la Selva, Y La Amo. There's a version of
okay.
So man, that's my uncle, man. Yeah, he put me on.
He was doing sonido in the States or in Mexico?
In the States.
Okay.
In the States. I don't know. I'm sure I know he was in bailes. I don't know what clubs out there he was in, but I know he was playing at a bunch of out there. Like when you're playing in the bailes and you're playing in private parties, quinceañeras, weddings, all that. So I was at the parties where he was DJing. Yeah. Before I even got into like cumbia, but I remember a lot of the songs that he was playing. I still I play them now.
Yeah. That's sick. Was I gonna say one of those songs? Let me see if I have it here.
Damn, what are you gonna hit me?
Nah, man, I heard you talk about it. It's somewhere in my notes, but we'll come back to that.
I think I know which one. Is Muchachita Pretenciosa?
I think that's the one you said. I didn't like that.
Yeah. Grupo Pesadilla.
Yeah, Grupo Pesadilla.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes.
That song, I remember it because he played it at my uncle Eric's wedding. I was like a young kid, but I remember hearing the song.
How old were you?
Dude, I was like 13, 14.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was one of the weddings I got invited to because kids don't get invited to all the weddings. But I remember hearing the cumbia. I remember hearing the song, and nah, man, the guacharaca on that. Eventually, like I heard that version, but then I found out there's like an even older one. But that song, man, it's sick, man. I play it now to this day.
Then that was your introduction to cumbia.
I would say that was my introduction, and then when I went to Mexico, my dad would take me to like the plazas in Puebla. He would take me because he would buy the MP3 CDs for like classic rock. There were like 120 songs. But when we would go to those mercaditos or stores, you'd hear cumbia in the background, and that's when I like got hooked on it, and then that's when I started getting into it, and I remember buying the CDs from then on out. So that was around the same time frame. So like 2003, 2006.
2003, 2006. You were like 14.
Yeah, 14. Around there, 14, 15. Yeah.
Around that time, were you already like into like your house music and like rave music, or was that like a little bit? You were into cumbia before you were into like,
house. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little by little, I started getting into like house music, but I think when I stopped playing live, that's when I started going to like a lot of house music things.
Oh,
when
okay.
I was 21, so I was able to go to the clubs out there in New York or festivals as well.
Yeah. So what age did you start producing cumbia?
2006, 2007.
You were still a teen.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the first song you produced?
Yeah, it's on streaming. It's called Regreso de la Chinatla.
Okay. Yeah. That's the first song you ever produced.
First one ever. It was 2007, 6 years.
What was your approach to that at that age?
So I did songs before that, but that was like the first one I gave out to people. At the time I was looking for like drum loops, cumbia loops, clean ones, and then I was looking for songs that I could place it over. But it was just nothing was connecting. But then I found that song, Regreso de la Chinatla, and it just sounded good, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm putting it out." Yeah. And I gave it to Sonideros and everything. I don't even have spots on it, like the Chihuahua.
Yeah.
I didn't even have it at that time, and that was it. Like I gave it out. I mean, this is a whole thing of how I started giving it to people. But what happened was I gave it to the publicistas, who are the guys who distribute the music to the Sonideros out there in New York, and that was it. I was just like, let's see what happens. And I remember like that next year, I went to Mexico, and we were pulling up to the Centro for the feria. They were doing sound check, and I heard the song.
What?
And I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, like this is working.
And you didn't know it had reached Mexico at that point?
I didn't know, no. I didn't know. But then I found out how it reached. Yeah. I found out how it reached. And it reached there through Shadow Records, because I had friends from the Pueblo, from out here, from the same Pueblo, who knew Shadow Records before me. Shadow Records gave it to the Sonideros in Chinatla.
Oh,
in Mexico, around that area. I think it was Sonido Tracks who played it first from out there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Who when you say you reached out to publicists, how did you already know how to do that, or like what made you do that?
MySpace.
Okay.
MySpace. It was MySpace. You would look up cumbia pages and everything, and then we would add people and stuff.
Yeah.
And, when I started adding those guys, I found out they were from either Chinatla or the Pueblo next to me, and so we connected that way. We're still friends to this day now.
Yeah.
But like those are the guys who like helped put me on at the time. They also had their network of friends who might have known somebody that was out in New York or in Mexico.
Okay. Do you remember any names, or any group names, any people's names who?
Yeah. I do.
Who are they?
I shout out my boy Miguel Andon.
Okay.
From BX, his brother Irving. Who else? Aside from our group, also like the guys out there, they're still around. They pay for a lot of songs with grupos from out in Mexico, like these guys from Famoso. They're called Famosos del Barrio. So they do, like, at the time they were doing graphic work. Oh, wow. And also they were connected to the Sonideros out there. They were like friends with the guys that I mentioned, and I met these guys, and so his name, like, one of them was Cheeto Jr. Another one was in Famoso Smiley. So I met these, and I'm so cool with them. I have them on Instagram and everything.
That's that's MySpace names, right?
MySpace, like, had the media player on the right side. And little by little I started meeting folks who were connected in the Sonidera world like that.
Okay, damn. That's crazy thinking about that, like MySpace and the connection it built that. At the time you were making those music, what was the sound, what was the popular sound of cumbia? Was it like, was it huaracha, or was it different? What was the sound, and what influenced your approach to that first track?
So the sound was like the grupos who were at the time, but just still around now, like Los Daddies, out there in New York, Los Daddies, Estrellas de la Cumbia, Macao, Grupo Mala Fama. These guys are New York, or and I mean, there's the other one, Ade Cumbia He. I know I might be missing some. That was the sound, but sometimes I would go on MySpace pages, and then like they would have those songs from those grupos, from New York, but then like I'd find like guacharaca stuff. Same thing with CDs. I'd hear like just older songs with heavier cumbia like bass on it. And so that's what like that I was like, oh shit, that's what caught my eye. So that's when I was like, all right, let me try to make my own. But yeah, that was the sound in New York. But when I would find those cumbia like edits, that caught my eye way more. And so I started doing more research into it. That's when I knew there was editors in Mexico City. There was some in New Jersey who really influenced my sound. But then I found out about San Luis Potosí, like the Kumbia Editada scene, and that's what really started to shape my sound back then.
At that time,
yeah.
Who were some of those producers?
Royal MDB, Sonido Kid Sound. Damn, there was someone else. I can't remember the name. The main guys was Sonido Kid Sound, Royal MDB. And I can't remember. There's one other guy.
Yeah.
But outside of them, there was DJ Beto Rodriguez, not from. I don't think he's from San Luis Potosí. This is like before, but also another guy from New Jersey called DJ Tenebroso. They these guys are like the main editors. That I really like started listening to before making my own stuff.
Oh wow, cool. Hey man, and then after that you started making these edits, and then one of the first song that really kind of put you on the map and put Kumbia Editada on the map was Cumbia de la Pendejita, right? And it was played by Condor.
Yeah.
And this is what is this, like 2010?
2010 or 10, 12. I don't know. It's somewhere around there. 2010, 11, 12.
Yeah. How did you come up with that track?
It was heavily. It was influenced by Kumbia Editada from San Luis Potosí. The thing is that at the time, it was really hard to find that music. I just couldn't find them like clean without the Sonideros playing either Kid Sound or Royal MDB playing it. And so I was like, shit, I'm just gonna make it. I'm just gonna try to do it myself. And so I made it, and I gave it out to Condor. But the way that happened was that I met a friend through MySpace. Through MySpace. And then I went to a club, and then my friend was there. Shout out Balbina. That's his goddaughter. But what happened was she just like asked me one day, like, what am I doing? I was like, oh, I'm making a song. And then she's like, can I hear it? I'm like, sure. And it's Cumbia de la Pendeja. And then she was like, my godfather would play this. I was like, who's your godfather? And she's like, Arnulfo Aguilar. I was like, Sonido Condor? And she's like, yeah. I was like 15. And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay, send it. And she sent it. And this is when like streaming was like coming up. It was like the video was all blurry and everything. But like he played it, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He played it, and then I wouldn't say it put Editada on the map.
Okay.
Because like the guys in San Luis Potosí were already doing it.
That's real.
They were already doing it. And like, without those guys, like I don't think I don't know. Like it wouldn't have. I wouldn't have had that like that like foundation of like of the sound. So, but what I would say is that I think it wasn't popular. It wasn't popular. Even in New York, it wasn't like. I remember giving my Editada songs before that to Sonideros. Nobody would play it. They would only play the grupos from New York. Or just grupo music. No guacharacas, no editadas.
Why do you think it was that they didn't want to play it?
I don't know. I guess, maybe because like they wanted to play what the people liked at the time. Maybe at the time it just wasn't editadas or guacharacas or none of that. But what happened was it wasn't the song that put Editada on the map, I would say. But it definitely, I think it normalized it, because once Condor played it, it was like day and night. Yeah. After that, the Sonideros who wouldn't play my stuff started playing my music.
And that's crazy how that really changed just with one person that has that influence, that has that establishment, that's willing to give open the doors for someone like you. They were making it at that time.
Man, I'm so grateful for my friend Balbina and Sonido Condor for really, it was day and night, for real. It was day and night what happened. And
How was it day and night though? Like what changed?
I mean, bro, like my name was like Chihuahua. Like no one was like trying to like really like take it serious, you know. And then once Condor played it, it was like, oh, the music's nice. He liked it, and then it was just like he's playing it. Now we want to play it. Like the song that was in New York, and it was it was like, I don't know. It was like instant. It felt instant.
It's like going viral.
Yeah.
Now, like you know, it's like what's going, because you did go viral at that time.
Yeah, at the time I went viral.
That was virality at the time. Even though you did gain that notoriety and stuff, was there also a lot of backlash for you at that time?
Yeah, I got backlash from even before. Like I know there was like some sort of beef happening with the San Luis Potosí people and Condor. I can't even say what it was, but I know that it has to do with editadas. But also in New York, like I was getting like backlash at the time, like even before I was doing that style of editadas for either Mexican cumbia or colombianas. I was getting backlash for like doing like Indian style cumbias, like I was like remixing banger stuff, but I was just doing that because the music was all quantized at the time. Like that was the only thing that was like on beat, right? Like everything. I didn't. Well, now I know how to like switch it up, but I remember like people like saying, "Why is he only doing like that style of cumbia?" I was like, shit, that's the only music that's like quantized. But like you know, eventually I learned and started doing it. But I was always getting backlash. I was getting backlash for doing that style, for doing editadas. You know, it wasn't like, I mean, I did try to emulate the sound in San Luis Potosí, but you know, I mean, you know, now I always, all my close friends, I tell them all the time, if it wasn't for those folks out there, I would not have my sound.
Yeah, man. And you were also young.
I was young.
So then I could assume that also, I don't know, I'm asking, but like, you mentioned that there was a hiatus. You mentioned there was backlash. You were young. Yeah. Did all of this kind of build into that hiatus?
Yeah. So I was getting that backlash, and then I started playing live, and I was just like, I was just like, nah, like, I'm like, I can't even, it just didn't feel, I didn't love it.
Yeah.
I didn't love it.
No, that's real, man.
Yeah.
And, but you know, one of the cool things that you were also breaking down in your interview with Like That was that you were listening to West Coast hip hop, man.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I went through my phase in like middle school.
Yeah. Did that influence your production as well? Like in your production?
I don't think so. Well, I did do one song.
Yeah.
I did oh God, why am I'm gonna brain fart.
Yeah,
right now.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
You know how we do.
Yeah. So then it was you know how
you know, it was, you know how we do, right?
Wait, no, tell me this. Oh, because the one I heard you talk about was Straight Ballin', Tupac Straight Ballin'.
Yeah. And I sampled. So Straight Ballin's another one.
Okay.
That was
we have two now. All right, break it down both.
So Straight Ballin', one of the first albums that I bought at the time. I remember on 7th Avenue in Brooklyn Park Slope. I was going out of middle school, going to the CD store, record shop, and I was like, let me just buy the CD, and I bought the Tupac Greatest Hits album.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't buy I bought the Greatest Hits album, and I found Straight Ballin' on it. Well, and I just love that song. I don't know, it's
man,
a great fucking song.
He starts it off with like something with white people. I'm
you
like,
know what?
Yeah. Bro, he's about to say his shit. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that, but you know what he says. I forgot about the intro.
Yeah.
And so eventually, like, that was the song. That was one of the ones that I had on repeat. And then when I started producing, I was like, let me see how I could incorporate.
Yeah.
So then I go on Who Sampled, and you know, I checked the sample, and it was I kind of forget the name of it too.
You mentioned it was Bootsy Collins.
Yeah, Bootsy Collins. And then I took like squeaky. I thought it was like a squeaky sound, but it was like a guitar.
A guitar riff, huh?
Yeah. And then I took it and I sampled it in my version of Ilamo.
Yeah.
And it's like tucked in. It's really tucked in the mix.
When you said that, and then I was listening back to the time, I'm like, it's there. You can hear it. Yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I just like sound. I was just messing around, see how I could bring in the stuff that I had like on repeat into my production.
That's sick. And what about the Ice Cube one? Which one was for that one?
That was I did that the weekend. I did that out. I think I made that out here because because I wanted to make something new for my trip out here, and it was when they did the Kumbia screening in the Hammer Museum.
Okay, yeah.
And then I was just gonna come and kick it because I saw Tony was gonna be here. I saw all the guys were gonna be here, so I was like, let me just take a little trip.
Yeah.
And so then I got invited to do the after party, and then I rented an Airbnb in downtown LA, and I was like, let me just cook something up. And so I looked up how to play the song, because that's a good song. I love that song too.
Yeah. Which song is it? Can you repeat it?
You Know How We Do.
You Know How We Do.
Yeah,
Okay.
from Ice Cube. And I just took that sound, the synth that they had, and then I used like an editada sound for it, and then I played it that day, and people were like, "Oh shit!" I played it last night. Oh no, on Friday too.
You did?
Yeah, I played on Friday. Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, that's sick. I love to hear that. Because even like you're mentioning this, like the West Coast. I just love hearing the West Coast influence in anything, you know?
Yeah, so I had my phase in middle school. Like I remember I was hanging with one of my boys back then. He was like, we were young kids. I wasn't wearing this, but he was like wearing like Converse and Dickies. I'm like, I'm like, damn. He was like going like extra. I wasn't like wearing it, but like we would always like talk about the music at the time. We went to the same middle school and elementary school. But we would like talk. I think like it was like I remember. I think it was the NWA. Which one was the album when they're all like looking? They're all like
the NWA. I think it was
that. And then it built into like the Death Row stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I went through my West Coast phase when I was a young kid.
Nah, that's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. I want to go back to this theme of like cumbias editadas, and you were mentioning like the reception day and night. Was the reception also different in the U.S. compared to Mexico?
I don't know.
Or was it different?
Like, what do you mean? Like
at that time, I went when the going back to the time when Condor premiered your song.
Yeah.
Was the because the thing about it too is like was the U.S. also receptive to that sound, or was it different?
I think it was like underground in a sense. It took a while for people to become more receptive to it, but for me personally, it was Condor who made it a little bit more normalized. But then there was also some sonideros out there before, in New York at least, before him, who were playing stuff, like Sonido Kumbala.
At that time?
Before.
Oh,
before.
Okay.
Before, because I would, so like the DJs I mentioned, like Tenebroso, for example, from New Jersey, Kumbala would play some of that stuff before Sonido Condor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that interview with Kumbala. He was saying how like a lot of times he would premiere stuff, but because he was such a small DJ and because he was like local, like he didn't get the look like a Condor did, right?
Yeah.
But you were saying that he was doing that even when
he was one of them. I mean, like even my uncle Tony, Sonio Carisma. When I went to his house, he gave me like a whole compilation of guacharacas before. This is before Editada. So it existed. But it just kind of like it kind of built up. It took a while.
Yeah.
It took a while for it to get a little bit more normalized. And I think what happened was even after Sonido Condor, once like YouTube, social media, everything came around, the recordings, all the live stuff, it just kind of it just broke. It just broke. It was like
to a next level.
Yeah, it broke to a next level.
For sure.
So like in Mexico, it just grew. Like now like if you go on YouTube, you type in any sonidero live, you're gonna hear a wepa.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hey man, speaking about Kumbala and being one of those DJs that was really sonideros who were really accepting of Kumbia Editada and everything.
Yeah.
You a couple years ago, man, y'all had another also big hit, and it was Los Huichilos Cumbia.
Oh, Huicholes?
Huicholes.
Yeah. Huicholes Cumbaleros.
Cumbaleros.
Yeah.
Huicholes Cumbaleros.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, can you tell me a little bit about that track? And what?
Yeah. So I had the idea. Shout out my boy. I gotta give him credit for it. My boy Kevin Andon, who is another one of the guys who was helping me at the time. He tried to push it to me like 2010, even maybe 2009.
Oh wow!
But at the time I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. And it sat for all those years.
Oh wow! Since 2010?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. He's one. I gotta shout out my other boys too, by the way. From that group. My boy Richard and my boy they call him Noño also.
Okay.
These are guys that were pushing ideas to me. And I know, but one of them was Kevin Andon. He was pushing the idea, and I just was like, I don't know if I can do it. and I just like sat on it for all those years. Eventually, I got on Ableton and started learning how to produce through that software instead. But I made it, and it kind of just sat in my files. And what happened was when Ivan Cantor, Shadow Records, when he came back from Mexico, he we came up with, he wanted to do parties with me, but also he wanted to collaborate with me. So I was like, all right, well, I have 2 songs that I think we could do. One of them was Mosaico de Cumbia, and the other one was Bicholes. We thought that it was going to be Mosaico that was going to go up. Because also, Shadow's been doing his thing for a while, too.
Yeah.
So we thought, just we're just collaborating. It was a no-brainer. We're boys, and we're from the same town. But I gave him Bicholes, and then I guess what happened was he sent me Mosaico, and there wasn't much left to do. It was just like, bro, this is good. This is good. Like, just put it out.
Yeah.
And so then, but he sent me Bicholes, and I was like, wait. I was like, I think we could take some stuff out and fix it. Like, I had the bare bones of it, the arrangement of it, the initial percussion on it, and then he sent it back with a little bit more extra percussion. Then his drums, the beginning, that's him. That's his drums. He added vocals to it. And he added also another song that was vocals to it, who I'll bring up right now. But I was like, okay, I hear something, but let's fix it up a little bit more. I took out the percussion he sent me. I tweaked the bajo, or the bass that he sent. I tweaked it. I put it in key, and then it started to really sound good. So he added Sonido Samurai from Mexico. He added the vocals for it, and from here on out, like I laid the song out already. Now the vocal part, everything else, Shadow, he took the lead on that. So the thing is, he also happens to be compadres with Sonido Kumbala.
Okay.
So then he was like,
who?
Shadow Records.
Shadow? Okay. Yeah.
So he was like, yo, I'm gonna give it to Kumbala. I didn't know Kumbala personally, and we knew of each other, but we just never met. I was like, oh shit, like this is when I'm back in. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So then him and Kumbala like start like going back and forth on like the more of their arrangement side, what vocals to keep in or out. And he Shadow kept me posted the whole time. I'm like, all right, I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'll take it out or whatever. And then eventually he pushed it to, once it was like in its one of its like the final forms. He gave it to Sonido Kumbala, and he played it for his anniversary. And then it went up from there. Went up from there. The way that he played it was all like super, like that on Spotify. The way that you hear it is no practice. Kumbala just played it the way that he.
The first time.
The way that he felt it, the first time. Wow. But that's how that song came about. So it was a whole group effort, like for real. Like I laid out the bones for it. Then my boy Shadow came in, and he put some more sounds on it. I tweaked it. Then he presented it to Kumbala. So Kumbala we gotta put him on as a producer also, because he was like, I want the intro this long.
Yeah.
Or then he's like, I kind of don't want Sonido Samurai's vocals on it.
Yeah.
Samurai, at that point he had passed away at that point. And Kumbala, he kind of just didn't want, he didn't want to like seem like he was trying to, he didn't want to like do something. Someone passed away.
Yeah.
He didn't want to, out of respect. He's just like, I'm not gonna do this. Like, I'm not gonna make a song popular because of this reason. So he respectfully he took it off, and it made the most sense.
Yeah.
So it was a group effort, man. What happened with that song?
Well, what do you think about it at that moment? Was that made it like pop? Made it go off?
The way that Kumbala played it. The way that he was chanting on it, his frases locas, the way that he was talking about it. He was kind of like, when you hear it, he's like on beat with the track. So he kind of like So he was like MCing on it. And that's what made it pop. And also it's the way that it starts, the drums that Shadow added at the very start, they hit. They're like super, they're not even like so processed if you listen to it. They're like super raw. Yeah. They're probably redlining too. But I'm like, okay, like let's keep it. Let's keep it. Like if you hear it in a Sonidero sound system, it hits super hard. It's that intro and then the way that Kumbala played it, and now a lot of songs, a lot of Editada songs, they have a long intro now.
Yeah.
So it has there's a huge influence. I think what happened after Huicholes.
Yeah. Could you name some of those influences that you've seen?
I mean, there's a whole bunch. I mean, right now there's a whole like wave of like songs that use that drum. That drum, you could sample it. It's clean.
Mm-hmm.
It's clean. There's nothing. I can't name the songs because, respectfully, I don't think any song has went that viral the way that Huicholes has done. I could hear the song and I'm like, oh shit, there's Shadow's drums right there. But respectfully, like there's no other songs that Editadas at least, or Wepa. I don't even know if it's like, I think it's more Editada than Wepa. I'm not. It's like in its own. Yeah, its own subgenre, but like, I can't name a song.
And Shadow was saying, you're saying like what helped it pop off was Shadow, his vocals over it, and I heard Shadow talk in an interview. He was saying like y'all were bringing that new energy to that track. Y'all were adding like those new drums and you were remixed and putting it out in a different kind of way. So it's cool to hear y'all like give each other credit and give each other like, oh no, they made it pop off. Oh no, Kumbala made it pop off.
No, it was a group effort, man. Like for real, like it's it wouldn't have happened without all of our input. Yeah, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of just put the songs out and I'll lay the foundation of it, but I don't think it didn't have that hype. Yeah. Shadow added hype to it, and then Sonido Kumbala added it. So the entire group effort.
Talking about that track, Kumbala also broke it down in an interview. He was saying that y'all were keeping it exclusive for a minute. That
was me.
What happened?
Why? That was me.
Because you're also saying right now like, one of its final forms, it kind of sounded like you also wanted, there was more to it.
There was more that I wanted to do to it. Okay. More that I wanted to do to it, but honestly, like I keep my songs like to the chest. No one, I don't give them out. The thing is that I think a lot of sonideros, like they try to a lot of people are looking for viral moments right now. A lot of people don't let the song live. Like you'll play it 1 week and then it's gonna sound good, but it's gonna pop off for like a week, 2 weeks, and then the sonidero's gonna look for like the next song. And I don't want that with my music. I want all, I mean, I'm knock on wood, but like I want like all my songs to like have like a moment. Like I want it to be like, I want it to last. I want it, when people hear it, I want it to be like a classic. I want my shits to be classics. Yeah. And so to do that, I'm always like, I gotta the demand needs to be there. Like if you give it away right away, it's gonna come and go. And I don't want that. And I remember like I held it for like a year. And between that time, like I was getting hit up by a lot of people. I mean, I turned down even my close friends for it. I'll do that. I'll do that just because I want to protect the song. And I would do that. So if Kumbala asks me if he tells me he wants it for him, I'm gonna respect that. If I make a song for any other sonidero, and they tell me they want it for them, I'm going to also respect that as well. I would do that for any sonidero who wants that. And I think that goes a long way because like people are just sending music and and I don't want to do that. I want to keep it close to the chest. I want to drive the demand up. I want that interest to be there. Yeah. So I held it for like a year. And Shadow was like telling me, we gotta put it out. I was like, no way, bro, another month. Eventually it leaked. I sent it to I mean, this is why, Sonido Kumbala reached out to me and he was like, hey, Sonido Timbal in Mexico. He wanted to play it, and I was like, I don't know. Then I looked at his work and I was like, okay, let's do it. But then he sent it to him. Sonido Timbal, then he gave him my information, and then Timbal reached out to me. I sent it to him, but I think like 3 weeks later it leaked. I was like, oh great, this is why I don't want to. This is why I don't want to do this. Yeah. But I'll give Timbal credit because like what ended up happening, the song leaked, but then all the other sonideros in Mexico like started playing it. So it grew outside of New York. It grew outside of here, and it became a hit in Mexico. So like Pirata played it. Sonido Fantasma played it. And then people started making versions of it in Mexico. So it gave the song a whole new life. And so that kind of started changing my perspective a bit on holding out on music.
No, yeah, because I mean, just like from our conversation so far, you seem very protective about the music. And my question to you is, what influences that approach? Like, what makes you have that approach?
I remember, like, way back, I was like a huge like Drake Weeknd fan.
Okay.
Cause I like the sound in their productions, but I remember like they would come out with like they would like tease a song, and then they would, and you wouldn't hear the song for like a year or two. Like it would not come out.
No, the Weeknd is notorious. At that point, he was like nobody knew what he looked like.
But he would put out teasers, and I'm like, fuck, I want this song. And so I remember like when I finally would get it, it had so much replay value, and that. I was like, okay, like I think that works, you know, that whole. I mean, it sucks. Like it sucks for the fan.
Yeah.
But like as an artist, you want your music to have like you want it to like last longer than just a moment, like just a couple of weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's sick to hear, man.
Yeah.
I mean, from there, is that also like that song building up and going up? Is that also kind of what builds your relationship with Famoso?
Yeah. It was I mean, he reached out to me. Famoso reached out to me. You know, shout out my boy DJ Furia. He's from Staten Island in New York. He gave me a heads up that Famoso was interested. But like at that point, you know, I would like to say that I felt a little bit more established. By the time Famoso hit me up, I felt a little bit more established. So I was like, oh shit, sounds good. Like a month later, Famoso, he sent me he messaged me on WhatsApp. It was so funny. He sent me like a Chihuahua with like the Temerario haircut. I was like, okay, this is really him.
Yeah.
So I gotta show you. It's so funny. And so I was like, oh shit, okay. And I sent him like 4 songs, and he didn't play any of them.
Which ones are they out now or not?
No one has them.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
Yeah, no one played. He didn't play them, and they were editadas. And so I respected it. It happens a lot. You know, you can't let that like, you know, that's just not what he wants. That's not what he was looking for. So then this was like August last year, I think. And then I found out he was going to come in November. And at that point, I started making music like Porque Te Vas, Permanencia. I started working in that sound. And I had Porque Te Vas ready to go. I mean, I had the base, the raw, like, I had the foundation for it already. But then I heard Famoso was coming, and he asked me, he's like, yo, I'm coming. I heard he was coming, and then he hit me up. He's like, I'm going to be here in November. I was like, okay. And I was like, I'm gonna see if he's gonna like the song or not. I sent him a demo of it. And he's like, yeah, let's do it.
Damn. Okay.
And I think that was like 2 weeks before he played it in a club out in New York called La Boom. And I was like, okay, I have to like perfect this. So I went to the studio with my boy Steven, Sonidera Blues. He gave me some input on it, and that was it. Like it was good. It was ready to go. I had all the sounds. By this point, I'm already like composing, recomposing sounds, and doing all this. And I sent it to Famoso, and even his camp told me like, this is gonna be a hit, bro. I was like, okay, let's and then like let's go, bro. And then he played it at La Boom, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, like the reception is really, really good. Yeah. He took it to Mexico, and then it blew up. It blew up. I was super happy. But also I was like, I still got it, bro.
Because you've been doing it since what? Like we're saying 2010.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. I mean, I had like people in the and people reposting and in comments saying, damn, Chihuahua did it again. And I'm like, shit, I did it again. I'm like, how am I gonna follow up this now? You know? Yeah. But you know, I made that song because it's like I wasn't like trying to make. It wasn't even editada. You know, it was a song that went viral. But that's a song that I made because I really love the song, and I wanted to give it justice. I really wanted to do my best to give that song justice. And so once I gave it to Famoso, he played it. I'm like, oh shit! Like it's good to see that your work that you're super passionate about just blow up like that. You know?
Man, that's sick. Is that the same approach you had with Ojos Tristes?
Yeah, Ojos Tristes is another one. I mean, these songs are super. I mean, they're super sad, dude. But they're like they're good songs, bro. They're good songs.
Yeah,
dude.
they are.
They're super good songs. The original production on them, they're so good. But Ojos Tristes, I also had it ready to go. I had it. I had that idea already. And he's like, I'm gonna. I think he played it at San Juan. I might butcher the name. Dian Manisnalco in. Sure. It's like a big feria.
Okay, but I saw the aerial view like that you posted.
Yeah. It's in Atlisco or by Atlisco Puebla. It's a big event that a bunch of sonideros go. It's like a festival. They all have their own stages.
Oh wow!
So he told me he was gonna play there, and he was like, you know which one you should do? Ojos Tristes. I was like, oh shit, I already have it. And so I found some vocals on it, and then there's an indie band that I sampled. They're called Soap.
Soap?
Yeah, they're really good.
Wait, how'd you hear about them?
I had heard their cover before. I gotta reach back out so we could like do something, but so I could put it out officially. But I was just searching for a good version of the song so I could take the vocals for it, and I just kept coming back to their version, and I used that one for Famoso, but I also have my own version that I play live, which is the Maria's and Selena Gomez version. Yeah.
I thought it was the Maria's version, but
two versions.
Two versions.
There's two versions.
Oh shit. Okay.
But like I do that though purposely also.
Why?
Because if the song that I give to the version that I give to Famoso, if it ever gets out, I know it wasn't me. because I only gave it to my boy, to Tony. Hello Tones. I only gave it to him. So there's like no way. There's just no. It's not gonna get out from my side. Yeah. But I do that with all my songs. I give versions to them. So I give specific versions. I there's certain sounds, certain breaks that I'll keep or take out for specific sonideros. If I hear that version, I'm like, all right. I know how I got out. I know how I got out.
Okay, now we know.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah. So then you work like on 2-3 different versions on songs at times? Okay.
Bro, I have like 30 versions. I have tons of versions.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's sick, man.
Yeah.
Damn, that you I know you're saying like, not maybe the West Coast, but like, man, you're bringing a lot of. We know Hello Tones brings a lot of the hip hop sensibilities to his stuff, but dude, so are you? You're mentioning The Weeknd, you're mentioning Drake, you're mentioning West Coast, like, man.
Yeah, I think the hip hop that I'm bringing to what I'm doing is like, honestly, it's like, I think 2008, 808s, Cudi, Drake, Weeknd, like that atmospheric synth heavy stuff. Yeah. And then I know like 808s that was heavily influenced by like 80s music too, and I'm a huge 80s music guy. Yeah. So as far as hip hop goes, that's my
for sure.
Kanye 808s, that's my influence.
Man, that's sick. How important is it for you to have that circle of friends who are supportive of one another? You're mentioning Sonidera Blues, Hello Tones.
Super important.
And like really like
super important.
You're talking about like Shadow Records and being one of the ones that really helped you come out and be out there again. But is that something you always keep in mind, like who the people you keep around you and the music?
Yeah, absolutely. It's what's that saying go? You can go further. I don't know, like. You can go further in a group. Than by yourself, you know. And for a while, I was kind of like just doing things on my own, just because like creatively, I didn't know who would understand the work that I'm doing. I'm so lucky that I reconnected with Kumbia and connected with my boy Ivan, Hello Tones, Sonidera Blues, and then by extension, like the whole Like That team. Everyone, it's just a super creative powerhouse. Like I don't even have to like talk with music around them. I can just be around them and just like and the ideas just start flowing. They'll tell you what sounds good, what doesn't. I'll hear feedback, and it's good. It's good to be around people who just love this, man, and they're so they're really about this, and it's good. I mean, they're doing it for the right reasons. They're not doing it to like go viral or anything. Like I've been around like other producers and DJs who kind of just like around, like I'll hear like suggestions from people. They'll be like like someone will tell me, hey, you should do a remix of like Not Like Us from Kendrick. I'm like, bro, I don't think I would want to do that.
No, TikTok got that.
Yeah, I want to TikTok it. Yeah. So it's good to kind of have your boys or your whole team, like to kind of bring you back down.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, man. Sonido Kumbala.
Yeah.
Sonido Famoso.
Yeah.
Sonido Condor.
Yeah.
DJ Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Thank you so much, DJ Chihuahua, for coming through their radio.
Yo, thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for having me. First recorded video.
First recorded video, man.
Yeah.
Man, if you haven't listened to, go listen to the Like That interviews as well, man. Those interviews are also really good.
Thanks, man.
But
Gracias.
DJ Chihuahua, hey, man, welcome to LA.
Gracias.
You always have a home in their radio, and man.
Thank you so much, bro.
If you don't know who DJ Chihuahua is, if you follow us because of the hip hop, if you follow us because of the electronic music, if you follow us for the indie music, you have to listen to DJ Chihuahua and the music he's creating. Hey, man, he broke it down. It's timeless.
Gracias.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Gracias. Thank you.
Peace.